direct truth, confidence. Confidence is believed to arise from skill or from a strong performance. The problem with this is that when the performance is not strong, the confidence wanes. Therefore, it can't be sustained. Anything that arises from the outside, anything that arises from circumstantial events, is always temporary. And if what a person is seeking is dependent upon something that is temporary, then the thing that he's seeking will necessarily be temporary. If, however, what a person is seeking is dependent and founded upon something that is permanent, then it is possible that the thing that he is seeking can become consistent and permanent. It all depends upon the foundation. If one's confidence depends upon how he performed on a given day, or a given week or year, then that's a very ephemeral thing. Because while his level of play or level of acumen and level of skill may be very pronounced and very significant as compared to others, it will never remain at that superlative level to his liking on a day-to-day basis. Because there are outside factors. There are so many things within a human being that affect his performance. There are so many things that happen in the game, in the business, in the world, in society, in the climate, in the smallest of unforeseen circumstances that affect one's performance. It is always not a question simply of one's skill. Therefore, to rely upon a performance from which to gain confidence is necessarily an attempt to garner that which cannot be sustained, because the thing upon which it is founded cannot be sustained. Therefore, confidence, it depends upon what one seeks. If what one is looking for is a boost of confidence, then a word of encouragement or a strong performance will give him that. If what one seeks is a permanent, sustaining confidence, then he will have to look elsewhere. All things are related to what one is seeking. They are not related to good, bad, wrong, and right. This is the major departure from societal ways. So what precisely is it? What is the thing upon which confidence could be founded? A thing that is permanent in itself, a thing that is genuine and non-fleeting in itself, such that if confidence was founded upon it, then confidence itself could be non-fleeting and permanent. The human mind seems to recognize very acutely the insincerities within a human being. And in recognizing them, it is able to exploit them. This is what must be understood. One can show a particular face to the world, but he will not be able to fool his own mind. All things come from sincerity. All things that last. All things that are consistent come from sincerity and seriousness. What is a thing upon which confidence could be founded that would lead to sustained confidence? One of the things is purity. If one's pursuit is pure, then something within the human being recognizes, foremost the mind, that his pursuit is not based upon wistful pleasures, endless chases to gain this and that. There's a certain gravity to the desire. There's a genuineness in someone's pursuit. This is not a small thing. This produces a sense of stability within the foundation of a human being, and the mind seems to respect him for it. Then the question becomes, what does purity mean? Because the English language is replete with language with words that have double meanings. Purity must first be recognized, does not mean morality. It does not mean, at least in the sense that I am speaking of it, it does not mean good or right or correct. Rather, there is a homogeneousness to the pursuit. Pure powdered sugar that does not have any admixtures of any dirt or any other particles in it can be said to be pure. This sugar isn't good and it isn't bad. It isn't moral sugar. It is simply pure. When one's desire is pure, in that he seeks the pursuit for the pursuit itself, there's a longing for the craft itself, without any sense that that should be the case, without any attempt to follow a rule which implies that that is a good thing to do, but simply because that is the thing for which he was chosen. And as human beings, we are chosen. We do not particularly choose. When that purity exists within a human being, something very interesting happens. Confidence tends to bloom within him. And perhaps it is because he does not feel a sense of consequence, as does the individual who is involved in the pursuit for a particular gain. And the person who is involved for a particular gain is not bad or immoral. Those concepts have no meaning in the realm of reality. They have no significance in the realm of truth. When someone does something for a pleasure or for a reward, it creates fear. It creates anxiety. The same thing happens when someone does something out of competition, because it is all based upon ego. There is something very significant at stake in his mind. When someone acts from a place of purity, the consequences do not entirely exist. Or if they do exist, they exist in a very rudimentary form, perhaps at arm's length. And it is perhaps this feeling that nothing is at stake that helps the seeds of confidence to bloom within him. Truth would not lie in attempting to become pure. Truth lies in understanding cause and effect. Purity is a cause that can certainly lead to consistent and sustained confidence. This is Kapil Gupta. Namaste.